acceptance, growth, and self-discovery. I'm Pratima Prashna. Without meeting you or knowing you personally or professionally, I can tell you 3 things about yourself. 1, you have a vision, but you feel stuck and unsure how to achieve it. 2, you don't know what your purpose in life is, but you are willing and able to learn the steps necessary to create pathways towards your vision. 3, all of the above. If these assumptions resonate with you, let me know by rating this podcast with 5 stars and sharing your review along with your story. And if my assumptions are off, feel free to rate the podcast with 5 stars and share your concerns in the review section. Your fears don't speak your truth. Whether it's the fear of failure, you want to start your own business, but you're afraid you won't succeed and worried about losing your savings, failing to attract customers, and ultimately having to close down the business. Fear of judgment. You love painting and want to showcase your artwork in a gallery, but fear that people will criticize your work and think it's not good enough. Fear of rejection. You have feelings for a colleague and you want to ask them out on a date, but you're terrified of being turned down and feeling humiliated. Fear of uncertainty. You have been offered a job in a new city that could advance your career, but are afraid of the unknowns associated with moving, like finding new friends, adapting to a new environment, and adjusting to a different workplace culture. Or fear of change. You've been in the same role at a company for years. Even though you feel unfulfilled, you're hesitant to apply for a new position within the company because it will mean learning new skills and adapting to a different team. These fears lie to you constantly, and when you become mindful of this behavioral pattern, you will see how they keep you confined to a limited and deceptive world. It's like being stuck in a narrative where you're sitting in the backseat of a car with others in the driver's seat, taking full control as you watch your life pass by, unable to make the stops at the destinations of your choice. The reality is, you have the inner power, or self-agency, to choose whether to sit in the driver's seat and steer toward your preferred stops, or to let others take control. When you challenge this illusion with an inner altar of your vision, you conjure up mental images that evoke multisensory emotions so powerful that they can influence your inner critic, break patterns that no longer serve you, and create lasting change in the life you deserve. I was introduced to mantra repetition or mantra chanting at an early age, which I consider one of the best methods to navigate our cognitive biases. I have a prominent memory from primary school when crime was at its peak in my country. My father worked on his farms, which were on an island not close to our home, so sometimes he would spend a night or 2 there. Knowing that my father wouldn't be around conjured up immense negative scenarios about bandits and guns and men in masks and fire every night when it was time to sleep. I slept alone in my room and I would chant a mantra as soon as mental images of men dressed in masks, armed with guns, contaminated my mind. This became my nightly routine. With each mantra repetition, night after night, and my focused attention on the peace I sought during that dark time in my country, positive emotions were evoked, gradually overriding my fears. These fears, initially overwhelming, became minute as my sense of safety and protection grew stronger with every repetition of the mantra. These fears were only in my mind. They weren't real, just an illusion. It is important to recognize that it's not the phrase, the affirmation, the song, or object that creates the emotions, but you do. It's like Christmas morning when you unwrap a present and feel an overflow of happiness and joy. The contents of the box, whether it's a dress or an iPhone, aren't what generate these emotions. These are inanimate objects and cannot create feelings or emotions. By using your power to discipline your attention and intentionally choose peace, joy, and warmth, you evoke the emotions that complement the experience. Almost every phase of our lives is influenced by the illusions and consumerism of the outside world. Do this to become that, buy this to feel this way, try this to have that. With each attempt to succumb, we diminish and trample upon our innate powers. The reality is, by making our powers visible through visualizations, we stand a better chance to triumph over environmental influences and behavioral conditioning. When you seek to create lasting change in your life, it requires more than just the physical effort. It demands a mind, body, brain approach. One tool that has been integral to personal development for millennia, utilized by spiritual teachers, neuroscientists, psychiatrists, psychologists, and countless others, is visualization. In last week's episode, we discussed the EAR method, which emphasizes disciplining your attention towards your intention through repetition as a pathway to transformation. Visualization, through its neurological impact on our physiological makeup, enhances our ability to manifest change. It works because through mental rehearsal, you conjure up your once buried powers, aligning with the change you want to see in your world. You realize this change through perseverance. You understand how to narrate and respond to setbacks while pursuing your vision. You familiarize your brain with the changes you inspire through your intentions, aligning it with your vision so that it doesn't sabotage your intentions by recognizing it as a fear. Visualization acts as a cue to break the cycle of negative thinking patterns. When you focus your attention on your intention, this has a more tangible, positive outcome in your life. And the brain cannot distinguish between an experience that is imagined or real. Therefore, visualization aids the phenomenon of neuroplasticity, priming the brain to change and adapt to new experiences of your envisioned vision, making it more likely to manifest your dreams. This self-compassion practice is adapted from Mind Magic, a 6-week program to master manifestation. The program is led by Dr. James Doty, a neurosurgeon, Buddhist practitioner, and professor at Stanford University, and an author. Many of us are our own critics. While this can motivate people to perform and achieve, the cost is very high in regard to self-esteem. This negative sense of self-worth lives with us always and can gravely impact our health and mental well-being. The negative dialogue often causes further damage because when we tell ourselves we're not capable and we're not worthy, we're not loved and never will be, and that we are an imposter, we limit what is possible for us. The reality is that within each of us, there is an extraordinary power, but we give that power away by our own negative self-talk. Self-compassion has the power to heal the parts of us that feel chronically unsafe and unloved, the basis for our shadow and our resistance to thrive in, and transform them into vital sources of wisdom and compassion to share with others. This practice is designed to address feelings of unworthiness at the root. Find a time and a place to do this practice so that you will not be interrupted. Do not start this practice if you are stressed, have other matters that are distracting you, have drunk alcohol or used recreational drugs in the last 24 hours, or are tired. Have a pad of paper and a pen near you. Before we begin, sit in a relaxed position with your eyes closed. Let your mind wander and for a moment listen to all the negative thoughts that go through your head. Don't fixate on a specific image or thought. Just relax your mind, feeling how the negative self-talk lives in your body. Is there a particular place in your body where you feel it? What are the sensations? Sense how this negative self-talk diminishes you and limits you. Think about how you confuse the negative self-talk with reality. Sit with these feelings for a few minutes. How do these thoughts make you feel? Do you feel sadness, anger, numbness, restlessness? Sit up straight with your eyes still closed and take 3 breaths slowly in through your nostrils and slowly out through your mouth. Repeat until this type of breathing feels comfortable for you and it's not distracting. Beginning with your toes, start to relax the muscles of your body all the way to the top of your head, feeling more and more at ease as you focus on relaxing your body. You will find that as you do so, there is a sense of calmness that envelops you and you feel safe. You feel a sense of warmth and a sense of acceptance and are no longer worrying about people judging you or criticizing your dream and aspirations. As you slowly continue to breathe in and out. You're comfortable and relaxed as you continue to slowly breathe in and out. The negative self-talk may rise, but gently acknowledge it and don't attach to it. Come back to the focus on your breath. Call to mind how it feels to be safe. For many, this elicits thoughts of a mother or a loved one holding them or embracing them. You could also picture yourself in an especially safe place, such as a secluded creek you used to visit, or being seated at a table of a warm family dinner. Whatever makes a feeling of being protected come alive for you. Whether safety means being in a relationship or in solitude for you, the effect will be the same. Remember, though that solitude is different from loneliness, stay with this feeling of safety and do not be concerned with anything beyond those feelings. While in this state, focus more specifically on positive thoughts about yourself, those attributes about yourself that you like, those events in your life when you have offered love, concern, and nurturing to another. You sense that deep contentment, those positive emotions as you slowly breathe in and breathe out. You are enveloped, realizing that your own contentment and fulfillment occur both as you are being held and nurtured, but also when you offer the same to another. Connect with the feeling of your own innate goodness. Watch yourself in your mind's eye as you experience happiness, fulfillment, warmth, and love. Love for yourself, love for others that is freely given. And try to imagine every detail as you slowly breathe in and breathe out. See yourself being loved and giving love. Feel how this sense of happiness, contentment, and fulfillment affect your body. Feel how your heart rate slows down, how your breathing now seems natural. Feel how negative emotions leave you and are replaced with positive thoughts and feelings about yourself, your place in the world, and what you offer to others. Sit with those details, bathe yourself in those feelings, continuing to slowly breathe in and slowly release through your breath. Sit with those details, bathe yourself in those feelings, continuing to slowly breathe in and slowly release your breath. Realize that the negative self-talk is not you. Understand that from our evolution over thousands of years, negative thoughts and events stick to us to protect us. But in the modern world, they only limit us and cause us pain. Think about specific positive thoughts about yourself, all that you have overcome, all that you have accomplished, and understand that in life there are ups and there are downs, but neither defines you. Understand that this is the nature of our reality as humans. Repeat to yourself that you are worthy of love and that you can accomplish anything, that you are deserving of success, that you're not an imposter. Some of you may struggle to believe what you're telling yourself, and this is natural. For now, it is enough to act as if you do. With time, a deeper trust will come if you're patient. Sit with this reality and feel how calm and satisfied you feel as you continue to slowly breathe in and breathe out. With this feeling of calmness and satisfaction comes a sense of being enveloped by love. You understand the nurturing effect of love and how it allows you to see your power and your potential. Sit with these feelings and continue to slowly breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. You are relaxed and you're calm. Take the pen and paper and write for at least 5 minutes in your own words what you saw in your mind's eye about your positive feelings of who you are, your abilities, and how those abilities positively affect others. Consider how, when you think about these feelings, you feel safe, you feel warm, and you are able to feel deep within that you are capable of anything. Write as many details as possible, whether it is a few sentences or a paragraph. It only matters that it defines for you the power within you and the power of caring, of nurturing, and how when you do so, it affects your body. How by reframing and changing your mindset, it releases you from your self-imposed limitations. Simply sit with your eyes closed, slowly breathing for 3 to 5 breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Now open your eyes. First, silently read what you wrote. Then read what you wrote aloud to yourself. Sit with those thoughts of the power you have within yourself and how offering caring and nurturing for yourself affects your mind and your physiology. Sit with these feelings for a few moments with your eyes closed. Now think of how that caring and nurturing makes you feel safe, how that safety has given you permission to own your power, and how that power allows you to manifest. Feel how relaxed and calm you are with the satisfaction that you are loved and that you are capable of giving that love to not only yourself but to others. And by doing so, create a deep positive sense of yourself. It is being within this state and mindset that creates the environment for you to manifest your greatest desires and wishes. Thank you for listening to Embody Your True Colour Love. If you haven't already, subscribe, rate, and share your review of our podcast. Your feedback helps our podcast extend its healing reach on a global scale. Connect with me on our social media platforms at Zappa Farms. You can find all of the links in the show notes below. I eagerly anticipate hearing your stories each time, and I'm open to suggestions for future topics to explore. Your engagement fuels our journey together.